Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope everyone successfully registered for CCC and was able to join the CCC project. I get those emails in my email or in my inbox, and I can okay everyone that is registering for the project, so I'll know who is and who isn't registered. But I hope everyone's successful to this point. And what I want to do in this second video is to show everyone how to enter data into our online stream data entry sheet. So if you aren't logged in, go ahead and log in. So once you're logged in, go ahead and scroll down to My Projects. If you were logged in and weren't on this page, you can just click My Profile and it'll take you right to all your projects, which it should only be the TU CCC Water Quality Monitoring Project. So go ahead and click on that, and you'll be prompted to our project's homepage. It should have the TU emblem here as a picture. I initiated back in September. I've entered 120 surveys to date. So basically all we have to do to enter data, or for you to enter data, is go down here to this bottom row of tabs, click on the data sheet tab. The only data sheet that will be available is Stream Monitoring Field Data Sheet. Just click Enter Data. And it takes you right to our data entry, right online here. So just to run you through it, it's really a easy plug and chug operation. So a lot of folks are going to have backlog data, from maybe even a couple years ago. Hoping everyone will enter it online. But all you have to do is just put in the date that you collected the data. Say we'll call it June 5th, 2010. Simple as that. And once you are registered for this project, your name will be in this list as a recorder. I'm the only one, plus a couple other folks from Colorado are listed here. So you'll select your name as the recorder. In the authority line, I will be the authority for this project, so you can just put my name there. Search time in minutes. This is a category that we don't have to deal with. This is for people doing invasive species that's still left on our data sheet for some reason, but it's no big deal. Comments, don't really worry about that right now. We'll deal with that in a couple months. But here's the most important thing that I want to go over. In the location information box here, there's a place for a name. And this is where you would put in the name of the creek that you are monitoring. But for instance, we have so many creeks in Pennsylvania with duplicate names. We have Pine Creek, Mill Creek, there's so many of them the same. We had to come up with a naming convention. And I can show you how to do your own naming convention, but I would feel better if everyone just sent me the streams they were monitoring or planning on monitoring, and I can add the naming conventions into the site myself. But for the people already monitoring, I've come up with this sheet with naming conventions. So just to go through a couple examples, if you are from the God's Country chapter and you are monitoring Read Run, this is the naming conventions tab right here. You're monitoring Read Run, this is the name you would punch in. All capital letters, REED RU001. And you would go right back here to the data sheet and type that in. 001. There you go. Now the naming convention, it's already working for us, just because there's only one read run that someone's monitoring. But if you look at let's see, an elk run, we already have a couple elk runs. So here would be the naming convention for the second monitoring site on Elk Run in Ty Dotton. For the Ty Dotton chapter, it's actually Elk RU003. So you have to be sure that you locate the correct stream and naming convention for your monitoring location. But going back, I'll make sure everyone gets this data sheet as well. But you type that in for your monitoring location, the stream. Then you go right down here to the lat long and enter your coordinates. Now, for now, we have to enter the lat and longitude every time. But in the next couple months, this is all going to become a drop-down menu. For instance, read run, if you want to enter data for read run, you'll just have to forget all about this stuff, and you can have a drop-down menu, click your stream, everything will be stored to date, and you can start entering data. But for now, we have to add our lat and long by hand every time we enter data. It's unfortunate, but this organization we're working with is really helpful, and they're doing everything for free. So we'll just have to deal with it for now. So I'm going to enter in just a number I come up with. So your latitude is going to be a negative number, or excuse me, your longitude will be a negative number. Latitude is going to be in the 40s somewhere. And accuracy, just go ahead and put 25 for that. One thing to mention too, a lot of folks have sent me their lat and longitude as degrees, minutes, seconds. And from the get-go, that shouldn't be. We need it as decimal degrees. Everything in the state that I do on GIS for the most part is in decimal degrees. So I've gone to the liberty of converting all your degrees, minutes, seconds into decimal degrees. So you'll find this right here, X and Y for you in decimal degrees. So make sure when you're entering data you enter these locations. Okay, so going back, once you have your naming convention put in, correct lat long, accuracy, just go down here and plug and chug for the measurements you took. This is straight off your data entry sheet you fill out at the stream. Weather and precipitation, we'll say there was no rain. In the last 48 hours there was nothing. Air temperature in June, we'll call it 70 degrees. Water temperature, we'll call it 65. Stream flow, we'll say it was normal for this time of year. Water condition, clear. Conductivity, say it was 50. TDS, 2/3 of 50 is probably 35. pH, right around 6. And your average, or excuse me, your stream cross-sectional area, we'll call it 10 square feet. And that's it, folks. That's everything it is. Go ahead and click submit. You'll get sort of a readout page here, the date that it was recorded, the person that was doing the recording, the location, that's your naming convention, all the information you filled out, and then here are all your measurements. And it should be good to go. One thing to mention, our stream cross-sectional area is in hectares. For some reason it's converting it from square feet to hectares in our readout page, but that is in the process of getting fixed, so don't really worry about it. The same way with temperature, it's for some reason it automatically switches it back to Celsius. No big deal. I'm working on trying to get that fixed as well. And this is basically it, and there's a cool thing, you can upload a photo of your monitoring location just for reference. So that's a sort of a neat thing. And if you have more data to enter, just scroll up here to the top and submit another observation, and you're right back to the data sheet. And that's all it is, it's fairly simple. Unfortunately right now we have to enter all our lat long data manually every time, but I'm asking everyone to do that just so we don't get backed up, and we've been trying to get this data out for a year now, so we want everyone to enter their data. But it's going to get easier in the future, I promise. It's been a long uphill battle to get where we're at, so I'm hoping everyone is willing to work with this website and put in their data for me. And that's all I have, folks. I have one more video I'll show you after this, but this is where we're at. So thanks a lot.